Money work. El mundo quiere dinero. Money work. Se arregla con dinero. Money work. Si me quiero educar, dormir en algún lugar, un lugar para trabajar, y si no hay pues emigrar. Todo money, money, todo el dinero. Solo un par de gente se lleva el putín entero. Funny, funny, pasa verdadero. Si tienes la verde siempre llegará primero. Pero llegaremos antes o después. Solo a lo suyo, que Dios te lo ve. Que por más que tarde lo veré caer. Somos malos buenos y tenemos fe. El dinero ya lo veré. No vendo mi alma, lo lograré. Seré el más grande, no olvidaré de dónde vengo ni cómo fue. Money work. Yeah. El mundo quiere dinero. Money work. Se arregla con dinero. Con dinero. Money work. Yo digo las cosas como son. No quiero ninguna aceptación. Tampoco vengo a pedir perdón porque mis sentimientos se volvieron la canción. Yeah. No me vale mucho como tú me ves. Sabes, tú me llegas solo a los pies. Para mí ser grande es un interés. Ser un buen humano para mí es un deber. El dinero ya lo veré. No vendo mi alma, lo lograré. Seré el más grande, no olvidaré de dónde vengo ni cómo fue. Money work. Yeah. El mundo quiere dinero. Yeah. Yeah. Money work. Se arregla con dinero. Yeah. Money work. De corazón. La plata no te hace ser feliz. Yeah, de corazón, de corazón. La plata no te hace ser feliz. Money work. El mundo quiere dinero. Yeah, 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 yeah. Money work. Money work. Money work. Se arregla con dinero. Money work. Lunes. Lunático.
Yo, I think that comments are quite possibly one of the most hilarious things in the world.
You niggas commit a lot of crimes and you know it. You are single mothers and you know it.
Are
right.
Okay,
you went park your car in the hood and keep that door unlocked.
Why do a silly clown dance for us?
Because you know a nigga will take the damn car.
Real talk. Comments is one of the most hilarious things in the world.
You niggas commit a lot of crimes and you know it.
Why do a silly clown dance for us?
You are single mothers and you know it.
Are
right.
Okay, yeah.
You went park your car in the hood and keep that door unlocked.
Why do a silly clown dance for us?
Because you know a nigga will take the damn car.
I'm not gonna put you in a locker.
Because it really showcases a woman's true nature. I think that the internet is beautiful. And the reason that the internet is beautiful is because it actually showcases and exposes the nature of who people really are.
He's making something, he's playing that Sambo role threat, and everybody want to see Sambo dance.
Why do a silly clown dance for us?
You want to know what's really wrong with the black community? Is that the woman is out of her purpose and she's not a helpmeet no more. She's the enemy.
Stop capping.
I'll give you an example.
Why do a silly clown dance for us?
Whenever you hold women accountable or whenever you say something that may go against the public perception or the traditional norms and you actually tell the truth and you call people out for what they are.
Stop capping.
And this has been happening since the beginning of time, at least.
He's making something, he's playing that Sambo role.
She's more of an enemy than a white man ever had.
Stop capping.
He's making something, he's playing that Sambo role threat, and everybody want to see Sambo dance.
We had to build the plane while we were trying to fly it at the same time.
Stop capping.
But a lot of people look at
the successes, or they look at what they think.
He's playing that Sambo role.
She's more of an enemy than the white man ever has.
Stop capping.
She's more of an enemy than anybody in history has ever been to the black community.
Stop capping.
Because she's the very person that comes in with deceit.
Stop capping.
Now do a silly clown dance for us.
Looks to use you and then disperse of you when she's done with you.
We need to start advocating for men who want to be with men.
Really, nigga?
And then she'll move on when it's all said and done, and then say, well, what about the kids? Fuck them kids and fuck that woman too.
We need to start advocating for men who want to be with men.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Yeah, I will say, across the board, black women are the lowest.
What? What's going on? What?
Stop capping.
We need to start advocating for men who want to be with men.
Playing that Sambo role.
She's more of an enemy than the white man ever has.
Stop capping.
Throw that hoe out with the bathwater. Throw the baby out with the bathwater. Start the fuck over. Get a whole new group of women, and then fix the community that way.
What? What's going on?
We need to start advocating for men who want to be with men.
Y'all are going to jail.
I understand the impulse, brothers. I do. But our women are not showing us.
Melly, how about you pay for our trip and we smash? Excuse me?
I don't care what they say. What are the women showing?
So I get smashed and you make money and you get a trip? Come on now. You guys have no respect for me, no respect for yourself, actually.
He's playing that Sambo role, threatening everybody want to see Sambo dance.
All right, everybody, welcome. Microphone check 1, 2. If you can hear me, put a 1 in the chat. We're going to get this party started real soon. And real soon, welcome M. Mills in the house. Fiona in the house. Golden Lady in the house. Here we go, y'all. Here we go.
Is someone stalking you through technology? Here's what to do. It's called cyber stalking, and it's a serious crime. Follow these steps as someone uses electronic communication to repeatedly intimidate or threaten you, your family and friends, or your pets.
1. Ask them to stop. Even if you allowed it before, once you no longer consent, they need to respect that.
2. If they don't, save all the evidence and make copies. 3. Then file a report with us. 4. If they harass you through a specific platform or app, report them to that service. 5. Finally, contact a lawyer to help you file a restraining order, because everyone deserves to feel safe on and offline.
Exactly.
What are your options if someone slanders you? So defamation is when somebody says something false against you. And by the way, it needs to be a false fact, not a false opinion. So it's when somebody has a false fact that is said to another party about you that has a tendency to reduce your reputation or your esteem in the eyes of others. So let's say, for example, John said that Sally is a jerk. Well, is that defamation? And let's assume Sally is not a jerk. She's actually a very pleasant person. In that case, that is not defamation, because jerk is an opinion. It's not a fact. Now, if John said Sally is a child molester, that's a factual statement. Assuming she's not, that is defamation. So what are your options if somebody defames you online? Ignore them, call them to account, send a cease and desist letter, or sue them.
In 2019, nearly 1.
All right, everybody, welcome to the Midday Live. Well, at least it's midday where I'm at. Anyway, today we are going to be going over digital terrorism and how it affected one of our someone I respect a great deal. Kim over at dang, here we go. Wait, hold on one second. Kim over at For Harriet. Obsidian, as you guys know, I've had a couple run-ins with him. I wouldn't call them run-ins, but let's just say they were interesting interactions. So let's go over a few of them here. Here we go.
Today's show almost didn't happen.
Okay, let's make it clear. that day's show almost didn't happen. Why?
Because the internet man wanted their money, and they wasn't going to wait until the Eagle flies next week.
Well, I mean, why wouldn't somebody who has a lot of money just pay the bill?
Oh, I'm back on one here. Okay, great. So you do see what I posted on the screen there, right, DJ Torch?
Posted on the screen where?
You do see what's on the screen right in front of you, right? What's under me?
Thanks to the sponsored dinner. Yeah.
Hang on. Sponsor. So everybody that contributes to my show, I shout them out. I recognize every last person who contributes to my show because they're the ones that make the show possible, and I make that clear on every live show that I do. So I wanted to give special recognition to Dennis Sperling. Now, to answer your question, if you have a lot of money,
saved your show though. It seems like that wasn't just a gift.
Let me.
No, you led us to believe.
Let me finish, please. So, with regard to your question, well, you have a lot of money.
Notice how he's trying to protect his, his respectability and everything. And they play this facade of being respectable and high class and high value. He's literally saying that he's thinking that he was a high value man. But he exposed himself. Let's keep going.
And you pay the bill. I just answered your question in the clip that you played. They wasn't going to wait until I got my money, which was last week.
So you didn't have money.
The topic I have for you is gaslighting, the narcissist's favorite tool. So I'm going to talk about what gaslighting is, why narcissists and other manipulators use it, what some common gaslighting phrases are, how this affects you as the target over time, and finally, I'll give you some tips to deal with gaslighting so you can save your sanity.
I did have the money. I just didn't have it at that time.
Have money. You
I did have it. I was waiting on it. I was waiting on it to come, and it wasn't arrived yet.
He was waiting for money to come, but it hadn't arrived yet. But he was saying he had money.
So in other words, he had nothing in savings and nothing he was able to pay with right at the moment. So
no,
he was
not at that moment because I take every dime. Because I take every dime, because I take every dime and reinvest it back in my business.
You can't make this shit up, people.
Broke.
I take every dime and reinvest it back in my business.
Please stop interrupting her. Just let her speak.
He was broke. He was
That's
broke.
it.
He lives in a dump, y'all. He tells everybody he's a man of means, he has money. Dude, Obsidian doesn't have a pot to piss in. This nigga does not have two nickels to rub together. These are facts. And the reason I know this is because I met the man in person.
He said he did. What did he say? He said, I didn't have the money at the time. I was waiting for the money to come in.
Right.
Anybody with money in the savings account doesn't have to wait for money to come in. They just pay their bill. Anybody with money in a checking account don't have to wait for money to come in. They just pay their bill. So in other words, you were broke until something came in.
Got him.
Now, gaslighting is a covert, aggressive way of distorting another person's perception of reality to the point that that person questions their sanity or their memory.
It's that simple. It's that simple.
Yeah, I was broke until I got paid, and I just kept right on getting up. And here's the question I have for you, DJ Torch.
This is just so funny. He's still fighting for respectability. All he had to do was be respectable. He couldn't even do that. He couldn't just be a respectable human being. He had to just keep the facade going, and it caught up with him.
In a dump, y'all. He tells everybody he's a man of means, he has money. Dude, Obsidian doesn't have a pot to piss in. This nigga does not have two nickels to rub together. These are facts. And the reason I know this is because I met the man in person. Facts. I've been to his crib. I know how he lives. Got him.
Gaslighting is lying with a goal.
Black men have left and they are not looking back.
May I respond to him? So my question for the people of the community, why didn't you step up? If the community mattered so much to you, why didn't you step up?
You want an answer?
Because of people like you.
No, let me answer. Let me answer. For two reasons. One, we don't even see the same fucking problem that y'all see. Okay? And then number two, the solutions that we offer is not selling people bullshit and pipe dreams and tearing them down. Okay, so y'all keep thinking, see, y'all believe y'all stepped up. Y'all ain't stepped up and fixed or made anything better. All y'all have actually done was make money off of more divisiveness and making the problems of the Black community worse.
All right, everybody. About to get into the meat of the matter. This is going to be a pretty fast live in the middle of the day. I appreciate everybody in the chat being here. Who you see on the screen is the lovely Kimberly from For Harriet. And she is, or was, or still is, who knows these days, is going through some things that I can definitely, relate to. Manosphere trash, basically doing trash things again. Welcome, Phoenix Soul. Phoenix Soul in the house. So basically, I'm going to let her tell you her story, but as I got to do a shameless plug, a couple more hours from now, we will be having our regularly scheduled evening show. And we are going with none other than Dusties by the dozens. And let me tell you, we got plenty of Dusties, plenty of dozens. We got everything going on tonight. So you got to check us out tonight as well. Here we go. Kimberly, tell us what's going on. Here we go.
All right, here's a question. Kim, what's going on with you and the manosphere? Girl, nothing. All I do is say true things like getting a man is not an accomplishment. Being a pick-me won't get you picked. Being successful in dating is not about being the most beautiful. And they get mad. They get outraged. It's been really fascinating to see how
Basically, what happens is really, quite honestly, especially manosphere men, they have a hard time controlling their tempers. They can't regulate their emotions. And it's clear because that's how it was built. Now, I shouldn't say the manosphere in general. Let's just say specifically the genre of the chocolate red pill, because I'm not going to talk about men I don't know on the other side of the, in the non-Black, genre of the manosphere. I'm talking strictly about the chocolate red pill, because those seem to be the dudes that are causing Black women the most problems, more than any other race of man. And there's no denying or no debating that.
they contort themselves and lie in order to make their worldview coherent. So recently, they have fixated on my dating life. Here's the story. I ended a year-long relationship with a cheater last April. I dated around for a few months, had some adventures, and then got into another serious relationship at the end of last year in December, okay? The reality is that neither my politics, my appearance, or my profession has stopped me from getting a man, okay? Like, I've had boyfriends. Since I started for Harriet, I've had 3 serious boyfriends, like social media posts, meeting family, matching Christmas pajamas, all of that. I've been super public about it, all of that, because I can't keep anything to myself. It's been extremely well documented. Despite that, some of these red pill Black men decided that the narrative was going to be, Kim is an ugly, loudmouth feminist who can't get a man.
Yeah. It's funny how men that want respect run to insults in reply. Instead of like maybe articulately replying to maybe a statement that they might disagree with, they go to straight up grade school type behavior. By the way, Kimberly is extremely intelligent. So I can understand that they might feel, let's say, inferior, but replying back in insults and slander is not a good way to start a debate or a conversation. And a little weak man like Obsidian, well, it just shows you who truthfully he is.
And they decided to keep doubling down on that. Even when I've seen people go to them under the post on social media and be like, that's untrue. We've seen her boyfriend. We've seen them out. I saw one person in a screenshot say she's definitely with a quote unquote high value man. Like, I saw her at this tech event. Like, it's the whole thing. And so this has been happening. And I admit, I've gotten into the mud with pigs a couple of times. My bad. Okay. But they zeroed in on me. And what I saw happen, even after the correction, was an unwillingness to adjust the narrative to accommodate what's true because the truth disrupts the ideology and it's just not as lucrative.
I want to pop in here and say that my frustration was not about the one-off repetition of lies. I was so mad about the creation of hours and hours of content about lies. Like just straight up.
I agree. They do that crap. These nincompoops, these idiots, these toxic entities in and around the manosphere, it's like they couldn't tell the truth if it bit them. I'm serious. I've gone through something similar to this, and it's like they have a huge issue with the truth. So they start slandering and defaming and saying shit that's just basically not even closest to the truth. But that's their truth. Probably more than likely they might be projecting. And Obsidian did this all the time. He was really, I shouldn't say was, because I guess he's still around and he still has a channel up. So he is really a weak old man. Okay. And even people who are in his same genre that somewhat support the same ideology don't respect him. But hey, he's the one that says he owns the manosphere. He's running the manosphere, even though he had no problem letting Miss Ann into the mix. And only after she started, signaling, Zig Heil and stuff, did he have a hot problem with her? Otherwise, he'd probably be still licking her boots right now. If he isn't still, let's keep it going.
Up on truths. So many videos over months, repeating the lies on different platforms. Like that got under my skin so freaking bad. Cause it's like, how shameless you're 60. How shameless can you be?
Exactly. It's just who he is, just who he will be, and just who he has been. There's just some people that don't evolve. They don't evolve from when they were a child. They just don't. Let me keep it going.
And I have to say that this whole experience has really revised my self-concept. Like, I'm proud of myself. I have a resume. I feel like I've done some things, but it wasn't until I had conversations with people and they're like, Kim, they look at you as the feminist big boss. Like, you're Bowser. I'm like, what? Like, I'm King Koopa? Like, what? But yeah, like, in their construction of what contemporary Black feminism is, defeating me is like winning a championship. And it did make me be like, oh, I guess I've accomplished some things. It's very interesting when other people put you on a pedestal that you don't put yourself on. Like, thanks.
So they've been telling obvious lies about me. It's persisted for months. And then something must have happened where one particular person who is just obsessed, it's weird, decided that
Yeah,
that
that obsession is ridiculous. I believe she had like around what 30 or 40 videos dude made of her. Excuse me. And his reply to why he did it was ridiculous. But listen to this. Basically, what they're trying, it's a very what they're doing, and it's weird. It's a very, very, very toxic form of clout chasing. That's what it is.
particular lie was no longer sustainable. The narrative finally shifted. It wasn't, oh, Kim is ugly and loud and can't get a man. It shifted to telling new lies like, oh, she said she only dates Ivy League.
Yeah, yeah. That's how it goes. Then they'll shift the lies and see if they can make something else stick, because that's basically what they're doing. They are trying to harass you through lies, and maybe they can chew at your following or people who support you or people who respect you enough that they, instead of them raising themselves up to be more respectable human beings, they rather lower you down to their scummy level. Let's keep it going.
Girls, and he didn't go to an Ivy. I've never said that. Another lie, oh, he doesn't make six figures. Untrue. Oh, he's not cute. False. I'm superficial. Oh, what's another one? Oh, nobody knows him. Actually, what I've learned over the past few months is the fraternity men are everywhere. You see them everywhere. So again, bold, obvious, stupid lies. And then after all that, one of the self-proclaimed leaders of the Black manosphere, who is particularly obsessed, like in a weird way, DM'd my boyfriend on Instagram and Facebook, talking about some, why are you talking shit about the manosphere? Like really like trying to start
Yeah,
something.
yeah. See, this is where the stalking starts to kick in already. Now they already went to her boyfriend's pages and everything, and obviously her pages, and started doing this creepy shit. But no, nope, it couldn't stop there. It couldn't stop there. Let me keep it going.
Insane stuff, desperate stuff. I'm gonna put up the screenshot.
And see, it's stupid because if the manosphere wanted to be respected, it's actions like this that counteract what their goal actually is. Because this shit's gonna get around. Okay, it's gonna get around. Whether Obsidian comes back or not, that's not really the debate. That's not the question. The question is, if you are fighting or wanting respectability, then why are you not doing it in a respectable manner? But these creeps, they're not worried. See, the thing is this, they're not trying. It's funny to me. They want women to respect them, but they do creepy shit to women. That's weird. And to her boyfriend too, to men and women.
Oh, like a little bit concerning. And so the sequence of events has obviously been really distressing. It's been annoying. It's been frustrating because I am not used to men who are 20 and 30 years older than me orchestrating blatant lies and harassment, like reaching out to my boyfriend who is not even a public figure, who only has a couple hundred followers. Like, that's
Creepy. That's what that is. It's creepy. It's delusional. It's all the mental illness vibes all together. That's what's going on. Here we go.
it's strange. It's strange and it's new. For all
No,
the years
it's
that
creepy. It's creepy.
I talked about dating, for all the years that I've talked about love generally and my love life. I made a video years ago with an ex-boyfriend where we talked about our relationship. I brought people I was kind of sort of dating on and like made little videos with right. That kind of escalation is a completely novel experience. And so I let that anger live in my body. I've talked to lawyers about it. They said, Kim, what are you going to get from this? You sue and then what? They don't have anything you want and you have something they want. But what finally snapped me out of fixating on it was one night my boyfriend, who honestly has done an incredible job holding his mule, because I understand there's a natural instinct to defend me and to defend himself, right? And one day he sent me this video and said, look at this. For context, the primary orchestrator of all this does not appear on video, right? He talks all that shit off camera, which is crazy. And so my partner showed me this video shot recently. It's an interview with a man, the obsessed one, okay? The
Yeah.
obsessed with
Yeah, that
Steve
would be Obsidian. He did an interview with security boss. Let's see if I can bring that up. Give me 1 second. Oh yeah. Yes. And it's funny to me. I'm going to bring her up briefly. But it's funny to me that this woman seems to always show up around some of the worst human beings in the manosphere. It's weird. She was first defending that serial Pookie Austin, and now she shows up, and look at this creep. Look at him. Fat pot belly. You know, I'm short, but damn, he's short as AF. Wanting to be respected. That's what it's all about. Look at him. Spicy Black Tina breaks it down like this. They did the same thing to the pink pill years ago. She was warning about this. They contacted her husband's job, called venues, saying that she was promoting prostitution with white men, black women. See, that's crazy. That is crazy. Welcome, Feisty Black Tina. Welcome, Feisty Black Magic. Welcome, Phoenix Soul. Welcome, Golden Lady. Welcome, Fiona. This is the creeps. And it's funny because these dudes be coming at me and say, DJ Torch, why do you get so down on men so much? Down on men so much. It's like, come on, you know, what will it take us, you know, to convince you, you know, not to be on, you know, be on us so hard and everything like that. Look at what you guys do. I'm supposed to just agree with this just because we're men? I mean, you're embarrassing. Welcome, Quita. I mean, it's you know, the thing is this, it's like this. If black men, if we want to be respected, we have to behave respectably. This man right here, this creep right here, it's supposed to be like the manosphere, like the Jedi manager of the manosphere, whatever you want to call it, right? But he's a piece of crap. He abuses, he harasses women over and over again. And people who do this kind of shit, they're cowards and losers. And then, and see, the thing is that the problem is that it's a lot of them. It's not just out of the, you know, out of, let's say, I don't know, 1 out of 100. No, this could be very well, men who think like him are very well could be at least 50% of the black male population. And that's scary. But he's the one who, and don't get mad at me for saying that, because he is the one who says that he represents the majority, if not all, black men in America. Please, you don't represent me though. Keep that shit away from me, because I'm sorry. You're a sick puppy, dude. Here we go.
Of the black manosphere. So help me out a little bit. Tell me first about how I got plugged in to the manosphere just by plugging in to YouTube. And
He's he's really scum. And it's just weird how the security boss always seems to be walking around there. And I don't blame her though. You want to know why? Because probably that's just what the genre is. It's, to me, they're proving to me, and maybe you in the chat, that basically that's all they have to offer is dust. I wouldn't even trust anything else from them. You just dust. If he really had a disagreement with Kim, he should have been respectable and laid it out there in a respect. He couldn't even do that. He proved exactly the point. Instead of proving Kim wrong, he proved Kim correct. And it's funny because it's funny because she's a very reasonable person. Now, she's probably at least twice as smart as dude, but he still could have made some type of argument. She would have pummeled him, but it didn't matter. She would have intellectually pummeled him, but it's still at least he put up a fight for showing up for his fellow manosphere. But what did he do? He literally proved the fears of Black women correct. Of manosphere men being belligerent, being criminalistic, being rude, being vulgar, not protecting anybody except for themselves. He did all of that. Let me play a little bit more. Here we go.
Okay. And this time it was camera on, and he was sitting there in the flesh across from an interviewer. For the first time, I could see his mannerisms. I could see how he put himself together. I could observe his body language. And when I tell y'all, I was so embarrassed after watching that video. I was so ashamed.
She's talking about this one, this video that we're just watching right here. Look at him. Broken. Manosphere king broken. What a good example. What a good example. What a good example. I mean, if you wanted to, he made a good point for Black women. If feminism needed any help, his pitiful self did it all. Doesn't take care of himself, obviously. Feeble, rude, disgusting, and would not stop. Because when things get to the point of harassment, you didn't stop. You let your mental, your psychological ailment out, and you didn't control it. There's nothing good about this dude at all. He's not even a good joke.
That was the person I had dedicated that much mental energy to.
Yeah, that's what they wanted, though. That's what they wanted. In a way, he got you a little bit because a small loser having a hell of a time, as you saw by the video I played before, couldn't rub two nickels together. Okay. Was emotionally attacking you. Welcome, Tanya Sweat, Phoenix Soul, Golden Lady. Here we go.
Y'all, it was every stereotype that you have about those men, just cringy up and down.
Exactly. And that's the point of being in a group of people is, and that you're supposed to be in this fight or war, whatever you want to call it, or debate, is to prove them wrong. But if you're doing exactly what the other group of people's feared you would do or would predict you would do, then you just proven to them so much, and probably a bunch of lawyers too, okay, that you are what they thought you were. Let's just put it that way. Spicy Black Tina breaks it down like this. He also did the same thing to lawyer Sophia Nelson. Yep, see, another respectable person. He's been at this for a long time. He's gone unchecked. Exactly. And that brings us to YouTube, which does very little unchecking. Very little. The thing is this, you kind of have to just ignore YouTube as far as them doing the complete right thing. They're really doing things for their own, what you would call their own benefit. Okay, that's how you have to see them. Now, if things get out of hand here and there, they might do something, but for the most part, nah. You just got to get them up in front of a judge. There's nothing else you can do. That's just what's going to go down. That's the only. So you're trying to catch, really, when it comes, you're trying to catch the platform's attention. What I mean is this. And I mean, this is all platforms, because usually when these guys get creepy like this, they start doing shit all over the place. Okay. When they get creepy like this, the goal is to understand that you need to get the platform's attention. And the only way that the platforms are usually going to do something is if a judge puts something in front of them. It's just the way it is. That's just how they work. Let's keep it going.
Once I saw that, I've had no desire to engage or go back and forth or defend myself from lies, because it's like, yeah, if I were you, I'd hate me too. Right?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. But they're bars. Yep. Self-hate is definitely one of the elements these dudes suffer from. And what's funny is that when you say to them, you're self-hating, then they reply in a way that lets you know that you were right. That's the crazy part.
seeing that allows me to depersonalize all this stuff. It allows me to take a step back and view it all as data, and see really clearly the foundation of that ideology are not sound. That's where the lies come in. And dude, the stuff about my dating is just so, it's juvenile.
Let me drop the link. Yeah. See, it's funny because this is part one, by the way. We might even have more. Welcome, India. Yeah, and that's the thing, is Kim literally minds her business. She's just over there doing her thing. I mean, in some ways, she wasn't even in the same genre pool or anything that you would want to say. That's the one thing, that's the funny thing about it all, is that they will attack people just minding their own business if they think they can use them for benefit, just like narcissists do. See, that's another thing I want to bring up, is the narcissistic and sociopathic vibe that's going on. These people are using these people have used other people in real life as a supply for their own benefit. And then when they get online, they do the same thing. They are using people for a supply. That's what's going down. We are all supposed to be a supply to them. And when we make it clear that we're not, they get crazy and they get more sociopathic and more narcissistic, in my opinion. Here we go.
It is so high school. I can't even believe but it is what it is. But I see that they are.
Yeah, let me break it down to her. What she's saying is that after she found out dude wasn't shit, she felt embarrassed that this was the person that was causing all her grief. Let me keep it going.
At whatever is available to them, or what they think is available to them, so that they can piece together some kind of brotherhood. The proliferation of those ideas, it's a mix of nihilism, it's loneliness, it's opportunism. And no, we can't just ignore it. This really is a public health crisis, because they don't just talk amongst themselves. I can take it, okay? I chose this job. So I can deal with silly lies about my sex life. I can deal with lies about who I'm dating. I can deal with lies about the events that I throw. But we see other women get stalked, harassed, degraded. Girls get killed. That's
Exactly. All those things. See, and that's the funny part. Is they're literally these men, they want respect because that's what they're doing all this shit for, believe it or not. Don't ask me why. They want respect and control. Ultimately, they want control. They could care less sometimes. Some of these guys can care less about respect, but they want control. And they believe that if they have an illusion of being respectable, they can get control. Golden Lady says this, you ain't lying. Narcs are something else and will legit act like toddlers when they lose control. Bars. Bars. There was a woman, let me see. Let's see if I can find her. Oh, this is a shame. This is really sad right here. Let me bring this up. This woman right here.
Folks, in the last 24 hours, a number of people have been on my social media talking about the apparent suicide of a beloved VP for Student Affairs at Lincoln University in Missouri. Her name is Dr. Antoinette Cardia Bailey. Okay, she died.
Beautiful woman. Beautiful woman.
By suicide on January 8th. People have been suggesting that it was bullying from the university's president, Dr. John Mosley, that led to her suicide. Folks are demanding that the president also resign. Now, Lincoln University in Missouri is a historically black college university. It's now a predominantly white institution. Today, the Lincoln University Board of Curators announced Dr. Mosley volunteered to be placed on paid administrative leave while a third party reviews the school's personnel processes. According to
So bullying is pretty serious. That's what I wanted to bring this up for. Bullying is pretty serious. And this dude right here is a bully and a harasser. Okay, in my opinion. And he represents the manosphere. So I don't have to talk smack about the manosphere because they already talk smack about themselves by their own behavior. By their own behavior. Tanya Swift says this. They think breaking down a woman's esteem would give access to said woman. Bars. Newsflash, that type of Jedi mind trick doesn't work on all women. Bars. Bars. Look at him. He's indoors wearing shades. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe he's blind. I don't know. That it's embarrassing. As a black man, I'm embarrassed. There's no words. There's no words for this creepiness. Let's see if I can get one where he's standing up. Look at he if he's not blind, he sure has blind mannerisms, and maybe that's why he's so miserable. Let me see if I can get some more on Obsidian up here. That's not popping up. It might have gone down with his video, but basically that's That's what Kimberly was dealing with. And it perfectly run, if there was a time that you needed an example of why Black women should at the very least hate men in the chocolate red pill, he fitted perfectly. He did a perfect job. He did a perfect job. Look at him. Look at him. And she's right there, egging him on. I'm trying not to use the word mammy. Let's say male-identified woman, right? But she made a point. That's what she's about. And it's ironic that most of these male-identified women are not fit, feminine, friendly, or submissive at all. Most of them are pretty mean. Let's put it that way. Chantel Simone is a perfect example. She is really a curt, mean person. And it's weird because why would somebody, and I haven't figured this out. If you want to, that's what it is. When you're in the same market, you can fool people in the same market. At great values, Quincy Jones. But yeah. That's basically it. That's basically what's going on. All right, I'm going to play one more clip. But that's pretty much, I just needed to get that off my chest. Let you guys know that this is common in the manosphere. It's common in YouTube in general. Creeps are everywhere. Stalkers are everywhere. And what's funny is that when you make them mad, they start creeping more and stalking more. They doxed this young lady. They doxed her husband. But they still want to be seen as respectable human beings when they're anything but. Because their actions speak louder than words. Their actions speak louder than their labels they give themselves. They're really just pieces of crap. And I'm sorry she had to go through that. I really did. I'm really sorry they had to put her through that. She did not deserve any of that. They try to justify it by when you make a video or something, say, see, we dox you because you released this video, not realizing that they actually support that kind of behavior as long they support whatever they accuse you of, they support as long as it fits their ideology. But if you don't fit their ideology, they're willing to be discussing pieces of crap. That's how I feel. That's how I feel about it. So anyway, I just wanted to this is just the noon time. I wanted to also do there will be a part 2 of this. Okay, but I just wanted to get started. I'm trying to shorten up the videos a little bit, but tonight we do have Dusty's by the dozen tonight. And we will be going over everything that is going on with Rhoda. If anything new between now and tonight kicks in, in Rhoda, we'll be putting that online too. If you have any thoughts or questions, feel free to put them in the chat, or afterwards, feel free to put them in the comment section. But I got to be on in a couple hours. I ain't going to be off for long. So everybody, thank you for coming by. If you support Kimberly, please write Kim in the chat. Just put K-I-M in the chat. If you have any questions or any concerns, or if you are having issues online, please get in touch with me. If you have If dudes are trying to go after you, let me know. Let me know. Okay. And I'll help you the best way I can. I'll help you with the best way I can, because these dudes are getting out of hand. Ladies and gentlemen, this is DJ Torch, and I'll see you in a few hours. Here we go. All right. Big shout out.
I cannot say what's wrong or right.
M. Mills.
It's not hard to fool me. Cause I'm addicted to the good life. Yeah.
Golden Lady.
Lead the way.
Lacey. Black. Magic.
No need to say.
India.
Where we are heading now, babe. I follow.
Lacey. Black. Tina.
To the edge of it all. To the edge of it all.
Break it down. Break it down.
So tell your good life.
Queen Award.
Cause I'll find no matter what. Yeah.
Fiona.
Susceptible.
Remember, we got a show in a couple hours.
So tell your good life.
We're gonna have some fun tonight.
Cause I'll find no matter what.
We got Dusty. We got him by the dozen.
Susceptible. Before the moment flies. It's not a problem. Cause I know what I'm getting into.
And tomorrow,
Yeah. Nothing can stop me.
a huge show on the CTE effect in football and how it affects our community.
Lead the way. I follow. No need to say. Where we are heading now, babe.
Oh, yeah.
I follow. To the edge of it all. So tell your good lies. Cause I'll find no matter what. Yeah. Susceptible. Before the moment flies. Before it flies. So tell your good lies.
That's right.
Cause I'll
Tonight,
find no matter what.
Dusty's by the dozen. Tomorrow, that CTE effect. Always doing it here. Everybody,